Hello, world. Hello, you. So, outside and just want to do something different. Outside, enjoying the nature. The sun is shining, and I was actually inspired by a another YouTuber. His name is Rolf Smart, and he is sometimes outside just recording. So I was inspired to do so, recording this podcast episode out in nature. So if you're new here, I'm Sherry again. Welcome to my podcast. And I'm so honored that you're here. I always say that. I really appreciate for you tuning in, listening, watching. Um, yeah, so if you're watching, you can see me sitting outside in nature, just enjoying. You might hear some construction work or children outside or the wind is blowing. Yeah, so and I decided to come outside as well because it's nice to like change the environment, not be sitting at home or in the studio, but more like come outside, be more in the nature, Mother Earth, connected to the Mother Earth. Yeah, so beautiful to be here, and I hope everything is fine with you. And I mean, it's September today, but in a few days it is October. It's like 3 months left of 2025, and yeah, 3 months it's long, but at the same time very short for this year. And even if time is illusion, I will live here on Earth, and the time is our reality to make things happen. And if you feel like you haven't achieve things yet this year, 2025, you still got time. You can start off now and just say, like, okay, I'll start off now in October, and then it will be 1 year after, like October 2026. So I just encourage you to start off whatever you want to start off to make it happen. Just like for me today, it's the first time I'm going outside and do this kind of podcast, and just sitting here enjoying the nature. And yes, people might come through here or so forth, but I'm doing my thing and recording. Sun is shining. Yeah, so what I really want to discuss about today, or the topic I want to share, is that um, and before I start, I'm not comparing. It's just that what I see, that what transformation can look like in different fields. So I watched The Biggest Loser, a documentary. You can watch on Netflix. I think it is called Fit for TV. And I'm not gonna share everything, so don't worry. But I would recommend to watch that documentary. But when I was watching it, I was first watching as a normal person, but then I started to watch with my therapist and coaching eyes. And during the program, I was thinking, um, like people that were attending to the event or to the competition, Biggest Loser, they were very focused on losing that weight, and they had a trainer and doctors, but they didn't have anyone they can express their emotions to. And because I do believe that whatever you're going through in life, there's some you need to go into the core, to the root cause of the reason why you are the way you are. And because it's not a news flash, but if you watch Biggest Loser, I haven't watched it, but I've heard about the program. But I also read on the mag or newspaper before that those who attended to Biggest Loser, they lost a lot of weight, but then when they won the money and went back to the normal life, they gained back their weight. And my thought was like, okay, so they got the help they needed, but then no one could help them to sustain that new set point of life, how to take care of your health, how to take care of your help to take care of your health, but it's not only the health, it's more emotion. So them going regaining back their health, regaining back their weight that they lost is a signification that they did not go into the root cause of the reason why they wanted to lose weight or why they have gained weight. And of course, we live in a society where we have this ideal that everyone has to be skinny. But thank God that that we are people more aware that we can be different. Of course, that we can be different, and we all have different types of bodies, and and of course, being obese is a sign that something not being is not really stable within your body. At the same time, someone who's very skinny is also a sign that something is not right. So, all in all, everything has a root cause. If something doesn't look healthy, if someone does not look healthy, there's something within you that needs to be checked up. And oftentimes, it's not in the conscious mind, it is in the subconscious mind, where every answer's realized, like, because the subconscious mind is really the emotional body. The subconscious mind is where we store everything from childhood. So that's what I was thinking, that when I was watching Biggest Loser, that that the yeah, because they were saying this is TV and they like when it's drama and so forth, but they were also using the trainers to be some kind of therapist, but they were not trained therapists. They are actually trainers or just coaches in the fitness world. Um, yeah, so I recommend you to see the documentaries. It's kind of interesting, and this was during the '90s, so a lot of things, crazy stuff happened during the '90s. Um, but I also want to share that that is type of transformation. Transformation can There are two types of transformation, I think, that you can have the outer transformation, but if you don't do the inner transformation, the outer transformation won't sustain. And also, exactly. So, to keep it sustainable, to keep your transformation sustainable, you have to go to the root cause of why you want to change your life. Um, and with that being said, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying there are different types of transformations. And I can share for myself, I have never experienced of gaining a lot of weight. I just want to share about my natural hair that, you know, the ideal of beauty when it comes to hair has been straight hair, straight long hair. And and it goes back to, for, like African, this, people, people of color, or um, people who have natural hair, meaning curly or kinky hair. We have been programmed to have our hair straight for a very long time, and it goes back to slavery. That yeah, when slaves were shipped out from Africa, specifically West Africa, their hair was shaved off, and then when they came to the new continent, they didn't have the tools that they can take care of their hair. And and I do believe in Africa you did not wear your hair like this, but you wear your hair in braids and you took care of your hair. um but just to go into what I want to say is that, and when when the slaves came to the new continent, they didn't have the tools to take care of their hair. So Fast forward, they started to want to have the same hair as their owners. So they started to find ways to straighten their hair. Fast forward, um, I believe it was a black woman. I don't remember her name, but she created relaxers to make your hair straight. And then fast forward, they started to use weaves and wigs to look alike uh, people with straight hair. But to share my story, why I started to why I want to become natural, because I used to relax my hair as a child, and of course it was my mother who took care of my hair, but it was more like have straight hair or have straight braids, just to look like people who have straight hair. But when I became in my teenage years, um, I think I don't remember, but I was in my teenage years, and I believe I saw a singer, a jazz singer. Her name is Esperanza Spalding, and I saw her. I was like, oh my God, I want her hair. Her hair was so big and so fluffy and afro. And then I decided I wanted to become natural myself, but I didn't take the step until I saw, oh gosh, names are not coming for me right now, but it was this documentary. This comedian, Chris, uh, he created this documentary about natural hair, about his daughters questioning their hair and they did not like their hair. And watching that documentary made me also think about my own what I like about my hair. So then seeing Esperanza Spalding, the jazz singer, and that documentary made me decide to chop off the relaxed hair. And of course, I also did so much research about that, and um, I'll start to follow different types of YouTubers, natural hair that was talking about natural hair, and yeah, the journey became of me want I want to know my own natural hair. But as my hair started to grow, the interesting was is that when I became natural, I was thinking that, oh, hopefully my hair will be curly, so like big curls like that. Um, but of course, my hair started to grow. My hair was more of the kinky way, and at first I didn't know how to take care of it, because you need to really take care of the. It is different. There are different types of numbers, and so number one is straight hair, and number four is the most kinkiest hair. And of course, within those numbers, there are 1A, 1B, 1C. So as 4 is the kinky, you have 4A, 4B, 4C, like that. So I have a mixture of 4A, B, and C. And what I wanted to say was I did yeah, the four section, the section four, when it comes to hair, is the most delicate hair, because the hair is very thin, and then that's the reason why it curls. So the thinner the hair, the more it will curl, and the tighter the curl will be. So I have very, very tight curls, and not know how to take care of it because I've been wearing my hair straight for a long time due to relaxers. I was doing so much research, and I did find women with natural hair sharing how to take care of your hair if you have 4A, 4B, 4C. And what was interesting was that during my transformation of embracing my own natural hair, I still had so much programming of I don't want to have that type of hair. I want to have more like a two A, 2B, or even 3, Like, so I also saw some conversation between naturals who had the number three category of hair, natural hair, and so forth. So here I also want to say that um, just knowing your natural hair, deciding to go have natural hair was a I transformed myself with my natural hair. It was very conscious, like the upper, like I did not transform within myself the core reason why I felt the way I felt. So of course, it took me some time before I really embraced my natural hair because I did a lot of inner work and not like identifying myself with my hair. More like this is my hair, this is how it looks like, this I was born this way. Same thing with my skin color, how I look. It's I'm just grateful. It's my avatar, so to speak. So what I want to say is that the inner work I have done has made me embrace all of who I am, and I think the transformation uh, that only happens outside won't last. It won't be sustainable. So when you want the transformation, it has to be inside the core. And also, what I was going back to this Biggest Loser, when they gained weight, I was thinking no one was taking care of them after the show. They didn't get receive any like um, they did not receive how to take care of themselves after the program. So it was not sustainable. With that being said, when you do the inner work, and because people go to like retreats and they want quick fix, but if they're not having tools to sustain their inner work, they won't sustain. So I think there's always a reason of something. Like I'm out in the nature, and people talk also about like how to keep the nature sustainable before we can even take care of the earth. Like the earth has its own intelligence. We need to take care of all our own thoughts and beliefs and our programming, like why we have this global warming and so forth. So we need to go back into ourselves. I do believe that I shared this before in previous videos, but the main topic of this today is that transformation can only be sustainable when you go into the root cause of the reason why you behave the way you behave, the way you think, the way you feel. Um, yeah. So yes, that's why I want to say in this episode today, this podcast episode, that transformation is possible depending on where you get your help. But I think a long term coaching or yeah, I believe coaching or guidance can really help you. But of course, we all have this. We all have this inner knowing. We all have this intuition. We all have this inner knowing. Um, but I do believe as humans, we always need. I think always need a guide that we can turn to when it comes to meet our humanness. Um, because I do believe that great coaches have their own coach so that they can work on themselves, because that is a part of me having self-care. Self-care is not only to take a bath or go out in nature, walk. It is enough, but I do believe that having someone beside you can be very helpful, and also practicing with the tool that you have is also very helpful. So empower yourself, find a coach who can empower you, like really empower you to really trust your intuition and so forth. And you may be a person who can really only tune in to life force to get through the guidance that you need, because that is the ultimate ways of living, to tune in to our higher self, the life force, to get what we want in life, to get the guidance that we need. But I also do believe like we are like raindrops, and why we I mean we're here, we have incarnated into this earth, planet Earth, and we're not alone. So we are raindrops, but we need each other to be more powerful. To calm the ocean, we need more people around us. So with that being said, also to find people who are always more above you in the things that you want to um, learn or to know. So the more you, meaning that allow yourself to be a student, because the earth is earth school. So always allow yourself to be the student, but you can also be a teacher. But I think that it is so beautiful to allow yourself to be coachable, um, even if you have a strong intuition, because you don't always know all the answers. I don't always know all the answers, even if I've done so much inner work and I have a coach, and I've done so much inner work, and know it has helped me so much and transformed my inner world specifically, and that outshines and radiance outside my outside world. So having someone who can always guide you can help you very much in your life, to allow yourself to be a student of the earth school, and also being open as a child to like, okay, be curious, always learn. I think it was Maya Angelou who said that if you know everything, you're old. But if you allow yourself to be creative, you're a child, you're young. So I choose the last part, to always be young and to learn, because life is so life is so precious, so beautiful, and you can learn so much. Just staying open, open-minded, but also questioning things. Like children, they always questioning everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. Uh, the nature, the nature, being out in nature is so beautiful, and I feel very calm just sitting here and recording this. And I might do this very soon. Again, be outside. It's very nice. It's very nice. You feel kind of. I feel very grounded. So. Um, So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this, listening to this episode of like what transformation, in my opinion, really is that when you want to do transformation, do not only do for the outer, but do it in the inner, whatever it is. Like, mm, for instance, if you want to lose weight, then like understand why have you gained weight, what happened in your life, what made you gain that weight? And why do you want to lose that weight? Is it because people say that, or is it because you see people who are skinnier on TV, television, or social media? Or is it more like you want to live your life and to be around people that you love, or like ask the questions, because that will lead you to transform from the inner, and also like find someone you can talk around your emotions. Um, what happened in your life? What happened? Um, whatever type of transformation you want to do. What are the reasons why you want to change? And that will lead you to someone who can help you. Um, and I've shared that I am a rapid transformation therapist. And with that therapy method, you use hypnosis to enter into your subconscious mind to understand the reason why you have those um, why you have these things happen in your life. So we go to the root. So just like the trees here, you see something that you want to change, but we cannot see underneath the roots of what happened or so forth. So, uh, yeah, I can help you. You can find me. Yeah, you can find me here, of course, but you can always reach out to me through one-on-one coaching or one-on-one consulting. I have a link where you can book a time and day that aligns with you. And with rapid transformation therapy, after the session, because it's 2 hours long, and after the session, you will receive a transformation recording. You'll listen to it 21 days because just like the Biggest Loser, they did not receive any tools to keep their weight sustainable. But I think that when you have something, a tool that you can use, then that will truly help you. Then I think that the transformation will be sustainable. So with the transformation recording, you will listen to it for 21 days because it takes around 21 days for you to change your subconscious mind, and you will see yourself change your behavior of how you eat, how you work out, why you're working out, becomes more healthy in a way. Yeah. With everything, question everything. Why do you want to change? Is it because I want people's attention, or is it because I want to feel good in my life? Like, exactly. I don't, if you want to feel good in your life or just to get attention, um, yeah, okay. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I truly hope that this episode inspired you to really question everything and why you want to change, because it will be your transformation will be even much more powerful, I believe. And if you question why you want to change, then when you want to work on that, I do believe that you will get your results even more faster than you think. Um, Same thing with why do you want to have money? Why do you want to have money? Is it to buy things, or do you want to feel rich? You want to be seen? Why money? Money is energy, and of course, it's a way for us to survive in this time. But if you question that, why do you want to have a lot of money? Why do you want to have abundance of money? What does it even mean to have abundance of money? Then when you research within yourself, then you will know the reason why, and then probably you'll take the step that you need to take to make that happen. But what will money do for you, really? So with everything, question everything, the reason why you want to change, so that your transformation can be sustainable. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you for being here. And yeah, see you in the next episode. You take care. Bye. Hey, so thank you so much for tuning in to this beautiful episode. And the cost-free way for me to support this podcast is if you're tuning in on YouTube, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you're tuning in and listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, follow this podcast and also share with your friends. Thank you so much for being you. And